What is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Blast from the past, JD14 in the chat, getting everybody riled up. And absolutely not. Yeah, I just remember back, like way back in the day, and then it turned into some weird stuff. And so, yeah, I'm done with the weird stuff. I don't need any more weird stuff in my life. So, I'll fold up on that. But appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate you hanging out with us. So, yeah. Is what it is. But, guys, we got a crazy show today. When we start looking at, like, the different matches and the different things that are going to be going on here today, we've got the women's TWO really stepping up and doing all kinds of stuff. What is going on, Brooklyn Jokers? Welcome to the stream. We've got the women's TCW television title on the line. We've got the hardcore title, Sid B in action. I told you, she is going to live on in our promotion. Sentinel and Matt Storm hooking it up. We got a four-way match going on. We've got the Outlaw Championship. Now that, if you guys remember, you guys got to see the private testing, but Outlaw Championship title match should work. Huge match. Like, I'm really excited to see this. Shyanne and Bobbi hooking it up. We're going to see Jay Savage and Totes going up against American Alpha 2. Absolutely nuts. Tag team title belts are going to be on the line. And then in the main event, as advertised, no title belt on the line, but Witcher and Melinda G gonna hook it up in the main event. I'm gonna tell you what, here's the other crazy thing. When you start looking at some of the matches, when you look at the members only streams, those are still matches inside of our universe, and it's a lot of the new guys. Like Miguel has been on every single one. Matt Storm, not new, but he is a member. He is in there. He is in there an awful lot. So there's a lot of different things and reasons to become a member. We've got memberships as low as $2.99 a month, and you get 2 to 4 extra live streams. Now, they don't directly play into the storyline, but they are directly our members that are wrestling in them. So it's absolutely a good thing. Some of you guys have free memberships, and in those free memberships, you get to kind of test it out and see what it is like. But you guys can absolutely buy a membership if that is something you guys so desire. But no titles will ever be on the line in those. The big storylines will happen outside of them. There might be little things that further the storyline inside of them. Little things, but nothing that our normal subscribers, our normal viewers are going to miss. And look at the state of the TWO ladies, bringing it down to the ring. Brand new look for Kylie Watson. Brand new look for Misti. And that championship title belt on the line right now. So now making her way down to the ring, and she did something that a lot of people didn't think was possible. She ends up beating Melinda at the height of her streak and taking that television tag, or that television world title belt, and now able to defend it multiple times. What is going on? Jameson Emerald, welcome to the stream. Speaking of that, Miguel Morales, welcome to the stream. Matt Storm, welcome to the stream. R2K, welcome to the stream. Unless R2P is not R2K. My headphones are getting on my last nerve, to be fair. JP, what is happening, my man? Welcome.
From Austin, Texas, the Grim Reaper, Mighty Watson.
The Book of Dark, welcome to the stream. Frost Freeman.
From the Pacific Islands, the Women's World Television Champion, Samantha Walker.
Vipero, welcome to the stream, brother. So, and I could be wrong. Maybe R2P isn't R2K, you know what I mean? I'm just assuming it is. So here we go. When you start looking at the sizes of the Walker sisters, and we haven't seen Yuri as of yet. Samantha, the largest of the two, almost very on par with Misti. So the size advantage really is going to come more from the muscle. You look at the build of Misti versus the build of Samantha Walker. Probably more power coming out of Misti, but that is not to say that Samantha Walker is not one of those powerful style wrestlers. She absolutely is. But if you're going to give maybe an edge, maybe a little bit of nod to one or the other, if you had to only pick one, Misti probably the more powerful of the two. Samantha could prove us wrong. She has been proving us wrong in quite a few different matches. And then we want to look at, will Kylie get involved in this match at all? We're seeing a lot of the TWO women tonight doing their thing. A lot of the TWO women, who is the longest reigning faction, goes all the way back to season 1. Same 4 women plus Melinda going in there. Oh, and look at this. Kylie tried to break it up, reached in, tried to grab the ankle of Samantha. Ends up missing that ankle, though. And Misti doing the deal. And right now, just a split hair faster on some of these moves. Because, again, we talk about who's the most powerful. I would have to say Samantha probably does have the edge in speed. But Misti's starting to get down the speed of Samantha and starting to do what she needs to do to kind of negate that speed advantage Samantha has. Samantha now turning it back around. And we've seen Samantha take some of the women's division's best shots and still able to come out with a victory. So this right now has been a great back and forth match. And just talking about the back and forth, you see a little bit more of it right there. I have a funny feeling, and 2K is known for this. I have a funny feeling there was a lot of things that had to do with Universe Mode. I know what they did, and I don't even know everything that they said, but we find that every time, even when they say a lot of stuff, they don't happen to tell us all the stuff. So they're the worst at doing that. And right there, Misti almost taking advantage. What is going on? Solo, welcome to the stream, brother. What's going on, Witcher's sister? Welcome to the show. And now turning it back around, trying to hook that leg, but Misti, and you can see the blood now running down, and it looks like right underneath that TWO bandana running down. Has her on the cheeks, and there it is. Red's redemption. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And I thought we had a brand new television champion. It absolutely does, and I am hoping that, this is something else that's rare, but we have been missing shows. We have not been able to go live, so they just came out with patch 1.09 Now, while it's downloaded, I have not updated universe mode, so we are still under patch 1.08 in this show. After the show, I will finish uploading, and look at this. We asked if Kylie would be able to do it. And Kylie getting involved. Misti now trying to get back to her feet. Does Samantha realize it? Turns around in time, but turns around to an absolute freight train coming through, running right down the tracks of Samantha. Now going for the pin. Do we have a new champion? 2, 3, and we have a brand new TCW Women's World Television Champion.
Here is your winner, and new Women's World Television Champion, the Grim Reaper, Mighty Watson.
And appreciated Solo, always in, buying his ticket, doing the thing, and that is very, very much appreciated here in TCW. That is the thing that makes the TCW go round. So, brand new Women's Television Champion. Misti getting the pin right there on Samantha. And look, I got to tell you, the way Samantha had been going, even though I believe this is going to be a big year for Misti, wasn't sure that she was necessarily the favorite coming in, which is weird to say. Misti having won world titles before, now trying to win that television title, it would be hard to say she wasn't the favorite, but the role Samantha's been on as of late, I would have said Samantha was the favorite going into that match. Oh, and here we go. We're going to play the next little game where apparently I'm going to have to go through, not hit the next match button so that we can see the entrances. But the hardcore title is on the line right now, even though it felt the need to skip all of that. Hardcore title on the line. Sid B trying to beat former 2-time TCW World Champion Victoria Vandiver. And Victoria having an all-new look this year. Model coming out really well. And you can see the Bea Iffy right on the back of Sid B's outfit. Sid B, that's another one looking to have a big season here in Season 7. Will the new archetype really kind of pay off for Sid? You look at Sid and you look at Crimson, both ladies having the brand new archetype put on them. It's a rare archetype, but both of them having that on them. And Victoria trying to deal with that right now. What's going on? Eagle, welcome to the stream, brother. Might have some things coming up too. Little bit of whispering now going on the side of the Horsemen. A little bit of chatter happening. Now, if you don't know, there are new weapon physics that mean if you get dropped onto the weapons, if you get dropped onto that ladder, it matters now. It used to not matter. We made it matter, but it really matters now in the game. And you can see Victoria still trying to get the edge on Sid B. Sid B not having it, however. And there are people that believe that archetype is this huge advantage in the game somehow. It only is in the beginning. It's like you've got a great plan until you get punched in the mouth. The archetype, as you go through the match, it has weaknesses, and those weaknesses start to play out. It's got weaknesses in the beginning as well. But then once you break through it, you got to watch out. So these wrestlers have to wrestle a little bit different. They have to have different logic coming in into the match. They have got to get started fast, and they got to keep it going quickly. And now you can see Sid. She's like, hey, let's go ahead and start building some bridges. Ladder bridge incoming. Oh, takes the swing, misses, and then Victoria backs up, talking that trash. And Sid's like, all right, you want to go back over here? Let's do that thing. And Sid now going to town. Victoria able to finally turn it around a little bit. And you can see right here, there is not many people that make Victoria look smaller than them. But Sid B, obviously, Crimson, obviously, on that list. Yeah, but it's a little bit better than it has been, which is nice. It's not way better, but it is a little bit better. What is going on, Jesse Jackhammer? Welcome to the show. And Victoria looking like she might have something figured out, trying to gain the advantage now, trying to make sure Sid stays on the ground, but that is not the place you want to be. You don't want to be on the ground with Sid coming down on you like that. Anita T kind of getting in her way a little bit and got in her way just enough for the table to matter. Now you can see this is one of the glitches that I hope is fixed in 1.09. There should be no referee countouts, but every match, despite what you put on it, there is a referee countout. So I'm hoping the custom matches are working, but there are parts of the custom matches that aren't. Now, we have seen Anita T getting involved in this match a little bit. We have seen her getting in the way, but I wonder, is she going to get involved more than just that? Victoria now going up top, and again, not a normal part of her game, but she probably understands to take down the giant. You got to do something, so she tried stepping outside of her own offense and got smashed right in the face with that ladder that is laying there. Sid B getting out of the way and then smashing her in the face, like knocking her down with that ladder. I started to go like, what is Sid trying to do? Like, I don't even think it's possible. And a little possum playing going on, and Rot-Row SpaghettiOs, we might have a new, and she turns and throws her right on top of the ladder, hooks both the legs, and somehow Sid kicks out. But I don't even know if Sid knows where she's at. And a crazy maneuver from Victoria Vandiver, and now gonna do it again. Trying to get this big smash again, and because of her height, it becomes a much bigger move than you realize. 1, 2, 3, and Victoria Vandiver winning the TCW Women's Hardcore title.
Women's Hardcore Champion, Victoria Vandiver.
Victoria Vandiver, you can see why she is a 2-time world champion, getting the drop on Sid B here tonight. But what is that going to mean for Sid B? Does Sid B go back to the TWC and maybe start looking at that Women's Junior World Championship that Becky is holding on to? That's usually how it is, Frost. We got spoiled the last couple times. The last couple times is the only time they've ever put out patch notes besides fixed stability issues. That's usually what they put out, and they don't tell you what they actually did. So So that's pretty par for the course. You got to kind of go in and test the things out yourself. Now, hopefully they fix the next button, because apparently I'm going to have to go through here and hit L1 on every single match. I did it before we started. It seemed to have worked. And now it seems like it doesn't want to work. I don't know. It says entrances are on. But I guess I can't hit next to make them stay on. So let's see if this works. Now, no title belts on the line, but we do know Matt Storm, a former world champion, Sentinel, a former 3-time world champion, facing off. No title belts on the line, but Matt Storm trying to chase after Totes Magoats right now in that epic 11 title defense streak.
Making his way to the ring, representing the new foundation from Chesapeake, Virginia, weighing in at 308 pounds, Sinister Trout.
Man, you've seen some of these entrances before, but we have taken some of the entrances and taken them to another level. Sentinel, obviously one of them. You can't win the world title 3 times and not get some love done on your entrance, you know what I mean? See, that'll be a good thing, because I know there's a lot of content creators that stop sugarcoating what's broken. Like, if you guys watch my members only stream, and they're going to remain member only streams, but if you guys have watched my member only streams, probably heard me cussing a little bit, because I'm like, you got to fix your game, period. Like, this is old. This has been out too long for universe mode stuff not to be working. I knew if it was a glitch, like somehow players got 2 million VC, oh, that would be fixed right now. But it's something that is harming the players. They're like, yeah, we'll get to it next time, bro. So that's stuff that that's why after a little while, it's been 6-7 weeks. Come on.
From Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 249 pounds, the United States Champion, the Captain, Matt Storm.
I got 530 hours, so if you guys ever wonder why, like, maybe I get a little ticked off sometimes, I got 530 hours into 2K25 right now. Fix your game. That's all I'm saying. Fix your stuff. But Matt Storm, the United States champion, making his way down the ring. Again, we talked about the epic run that he is on right now. Will he be able to catch up to Totes? Will he be able to at least tie the 11-time title defense record? Or can he break it? He is on the second longest title run for the United States titles in its history. Can he tie it? Can he surpass it? It's one of those things I never thought would be surpassed. But Matt Storm trying to do it right now. And I know Totes, as the leader of the TWO, would not be mad if one of his guys broke that record. Knowing Totes, he'd probably take credit for it. You know what I mean? So here these guys go. Look, finally Matt Storm, like, look, I'm going to power you, even though he gives up about 48 pounds to Sentinel. Still trying to go toe-to-toe, go head-to-head. Sentinel should be the stronger of the two wrestlers, and so that is what Matt Storm is attacking right now with Sentinel. Yeah, and that's how a lot of games do it. Then they wonder why, like, you know, if it's something detrimental to them, not the game, to the developers, it's cost them money, that stuff is fixed in 3 or 4 minutes. If it's something detrimental to you, they'll get you next time, bro. They got 5 on it. And look at this, Sentinel trying to keep pace with Matt Storm, but look, at the end of the day, this is where a lot of wrestlers have had issues with Matt Storm, is trying to keep pace with them, but it doesn't take many power moves from Sentinel for him to put you down 1, 2, 3. Guys, remember, drop the likes on the video, do the subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live. Share the videos. You know, amongst the membership, sharing the video, another huge thing you can do. Very helpful for the channel. And it looks like Matt Storm having a great game plan right now against Sentinel. Now, again, game plans are great until you get punched in the mouth, but so far, it looks like it has been working. Up to this point, it looks like everything is going the way he wants it to go. You're not going to 100% control any match, but it looks like right now Matt Storm is at least getting to these different gates, these different points in the match that will set him up for a win. And that's one of the big things Matt Storm is really good at doing. Having the game plan, having it scouted out, getting to these gate points, these checkpoints to set himself up in position to win the match. Awesome. Hey, thanks for checking that out, Frost. And guys, too, you guys saw Solo in the chat earlier. Make sure you go check out the SSU. It's a different way of doing things, but go check it out. A lot of fun. If you can figure out it's just a game. Have a lot of fun. And look at this. Matt Storm didn't figure it out too. Trying to put an end to it right now. Sentinel went to get up. Matt staying in control. And Sentinel now trying to fight back. He hit him with a big boot earlier. Matt Storm saw it coming. And rot row SpaghettiOs. That might be it. 1, 2, 3. Hit Sentinel with the perfect storm and comes away with the victory.
Here is your winner, the Captain, Matt Storm.
Matt Storm getting another win here tonight. A lot of momentum being gained by him. And Matt Storm, again, the fastest person to ever win the TCW World Title Belt. Trying to get back on track with that right now. Working his way back up into that world title scene. Now, it's crazy, like, we look at some of the stuff, and yeah, we see Matt Storm pin Sentinel, but I would have put that match at a much higher rating than that. But that's just me. That is just me now. Fatal 4-way, brand new face scan and facial base skull, I guess, for R2K. I just did it before we started this episode. Something about the other one I couldn't quite get past, and I'm digging this one just a little bit more. So we did some different stuff too because of the face scan. I wanted to do it online on a stream. So what is going on? So we can see Totes McGoats down with Andrew Dubs, and we can see Jameson Emerald down with Kedri. We can see Eagle Star down with Bama Boys. And we can see nobody came down with our R2K. Is that going to play into it at all here tonight? And Bama, like a light heavyweight, but you just saw him doing the old flippity dippities right off the top rope, and he has always had that in his arsenal, looking like he's using it a little bit more this year. Kedri, who, and I've said this before, Kedri really like what is going on. Now, luckily, in this match, there should be no countouts, and this will be the last time you see it. Andrew Dubs, Kedri on the outside. This is a no disqualification, falls count anywhere match, but apparently you could be disqualified by countout. You can be disqualified by countout in a no disqualification match. You can't even make it up, but 2K have fixed that with patch 1.09. Listen to it. Yeah, this is awesome. This is just stuff you're not going to see. Bama not paying attention. Kedri now trying to get him back. R2K kicking out of it. And R2K got a tattoo, that neck tattoo that I've wanted to put it on. I've wanted to put it on somebody for a long time. There is a reason why I had to put it on R2K. And look at that, Bama jumping out of the ring. And Eagle getting in the way. Bama just going through him. And Bama's like trying to do whatever, running the whatever offense with that chair. Finally, Dubs stops him from hitting him in the head with the chair. But the damage with Kedri and rated R2K already being done. Did you do both inside universe mode? Because all the matches work with play now. And look at this. They try to do a little team up. Kedri not having it. And Totes and Bama talking about it right now. Totes and Bama, remember Totes used to be a member of the Horsemen, and we have seen this multiple times now where the Horsemen, when they're on opposing sides, seem to be talking about Horseman business. Like, what does that mean? What are they really talking about? Hard to hear. We know it's about Horseman business, but Totes no longer a Horseman. Rowdy no longer a Horseman, but 3 of the 4 former Horsemen all down at the ring right now. You can see Eagle Star right now staring at Totes. Frankie Two Fingers will keep an ear out. We'll keep an eye on it to see if we can find out what exactly is. And look at this. Now Totes looking back at Eagle. So there's definitely some chatter between these guys going on. And I would say that it'll be great, like after this, blah, 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 at least it'll be fixed. But a lot of things fixed with patch 1.07, and then half of them rebroken with 1.08. Seemingly some of those, maybe all of them, fixed with patch 1.09. So who knows what patch 1.10 brings. No title belts on the line right now, but you see Kedri and Jamison Emerald, the current TWC Junior Intercontinental Tag Team Champions. Kedri getting a match here tonight. Bama taking it off the top. Is he going to take out R2K? No, R2K kicking it out in one. And the Irish car bomb. That could be it for Dubs. 2. Bama again. Trying to eliminate, trying to get a tap out on R2K. R2K hanging in there. And Bama, like always, letting it down easy. You know what I mean? Like softening the blow. Then he softened the blow to pop that on him. And again, look at that. Totes seeing Bama not doing anything and then reaching out again, trying to get it and distract him. It worked. Kedri able to take advantage of the distraction from Totes McGoats. And oh, he hit R2K with a roll tide, and R2K ate it. Num. Just ate it up. Didn't even react to it. But R2K able to get out of the ring before anything really happened. Bama stepping back from that. Trying to get him again, and now getting back into the ring. 2, 3. And this will be the interesting thing. Kedri pins Dubs. Will both men be leaving? Will Dubs and Totes be leaving? No, look, Totes ain't leaving. Totes is like, hey, I got a free ticket to ringside. He's got a free ticket to paradise. So he stays down in the ring. I wonder if that will be fixed in patch 1.09. We've seen all kinds of weird stuff. And again, Kedri just doing the old Irish thing like it's an old bar fight. Takes R2K, splits him open, pile driver on the head, gets out of the way of that drop kick again. And look at that, Bama and Kedri both delivering a blow to R2K. R2K letting them know that he does not appreciate the sentiment. What is going on? Raymond Jones, welcome to the stream, brother. And there it is again, throwing them right back in. And that turnbuckle has been putting people out. You can see the blood now running down. Kedri now eliminating both Dubs and R2K. Can he get the pin right here on Bama? And he does. So, look, Kedri not having the best run these last couple seasons. And then all of a sudden you pair him up with another Irishman, and it's like he remembers, like, hey, this is what we do. This is how we fight in bars. This is how we want to do things. And now Kedri's starting to see, not just in the tag team division, but starting to see success also in single-man multi-match divisions. Or multi-match divisions, multi-match matches. Here we go. We talk about this all the time. This is the toughest title belt to win. Now, of course, we're still going to have the countout glitch on this. Normally, we don't have that, but every other part of this match works. That makes it so tough. It is an 8-women Outlaw Championship match, Gauntlet Eliminator match, with no more than 4 people in a ring at a time. So if you're the two that start this out, now the only thing that's going to make this a little bit easier is for some reason the initial count until somebody gets eliminated is 30 seconds.
The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. At regular intervals, a new superstar enters the match. Elimination can occur anywhere in the arena. The match continues until 1 superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared the winner.
So that's the one part, this one part of the match. This is another glitch. It'll go to 2 minutes after somebody's eliminated, but it's 30 seconds in this first little part. So once 4 people are in the ring, then it goes back to 2 minutes, which is odd enough by itself.
Representing the Thrill Seekers from the 5th dimension, Indestructible Fenwick.
Phoenix now making her way down to the ring. Very excited about her brand new look this year. Came out very, very good. But she getting a shot tonight at the Outlaw Championship. And you can see, like, just looking like, I get it, Phoenix, one of the smaller wrestlers, one of the iconic wrestlers in the TCW, but still, even though she is smaller, just not a wrestler I would want to be facing up against. You look at those eyes, that is freaky. That is freaky enough all by itself. Wow.
And representing the family from Osaka, Japan, the Pro Wrestling Women's Extreme Fighting Champion, Stephanie Walker.
Now, we talk about these TWC or TCW Special Series title belts and how they give no quarter to the champion. You can see the Outlaw Champion, there she is. She is number 2 in this match. So if she is going to retain this title, she is going to have to do something only R2K has ever done, and that is win from position 1 or position 2. Complete new level if she has any hopes of winning and retaining this title belt. So here we go. Remember, 30 seconds is going to release the first 2 competitors, and then it's going to turn into a 2-minute ordeal. So I am hoping that in patch 1.09 they had fixed that as well. But right now, these 2 women fighting in a one-on-one match until now. Nice. Now Vanessa LeVay kind of wisely walking down to the ring. And that's kind of what I would do too. I would let these 2 fight it out a little bit. Vanessa, though, going to get the thing. Stephanie sees her coming, and Stephanie's showing you a little bit on why she is the TCW Special Series Outlaw Championship. And look, I say this is the toughest belt to win in the TCW. Even though it's not one of our main titles, the TCW Special Series belts are designed to help get people rolling again. Now, Jane, wrestler number 4 in this match. And again, Jane showing you. Now, Vanessa LeVay, maybe not the seasoned vet as of right now. Jane and Phoenix are. So you got two of, like, the iconic wrestlers, been around since season 1, season 2. You've got some of the newer comers, been around since season 6. But both those ladies, same idea. Let these guys wrestle it out. Let these guys do the thing. It's a long match. This is a marathon. It's not about, oh, I pinned one person. It's about you pinned the last person. That is super, super good news. So hopefully that keeps going. Guys, remember, drop the likes, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any time we go live, and share the video. Beyond memberships, sharing is the best way to support this channel. Subscribing to the channel, best way to support the channel. Everything but the membership is free. Liking the video is free. Sharing the video is free. Subscribing to the channel is free. If you don't have a YouTube account, absolutely free. You can get a YouTube account. You can subscribe to the video or subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it, do all the things. That's all absolutely free. The only thing that could cost you a little bit of money is you buying a ticket, or you getting a membership to the channel. Membership unlocks some extra features to the channel. You get to see all the content early. I have got content on this channel all the way out to the middle of May. And we just keep adding more and more and more content. So you get early access. You get 2 to 4 additional streams. We'll probably even add a members-only podcast at one point. So, oh, look at these girls going back and forth, doing the flippities. The other two doing the top of the noggins. And there it is, right on top of the old scunion with Totes' baseball bat. Things going crazy. Now, normally in this match, again, we don't see the referee doing the countouts. We've got Frost Freeman, who has confirmed in patch 1.09, which is out right now, that has been fixed. But without being able to test it, and I could test it on my own time, I can only do these shows so often. So when I've got the shot, just like Eminem says, you know, sometimes you only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, or maybe once in a day. So we got to take our shots where we can take them. So good news, we see some things that are fixed. Don't know what else could possibly be broken, but we do know some things that are fixed. I set up the show based around the glitches of patch 1.08, so it's like the devil you know what I mean? The glitch I can work around. The glitches I can't. Vanessa LeVay, though, holding her own. And again, she has won a United States title belt. Phoenix, a former world champion. Jane, a former world champion. Samantha working her way up, getting some things started, seeing some success in the tag team division, and winning the toughest title belt out there to win. Samantha, or Vanessa, almost getting the pin right there on Phoenix. We have done some adjusting to Vanessa, so far it is working, but thank goodness Vanessa's got a medical background, split open right there. Phoenix, though, coming for a little redemption of her own. Huge power bomb. Referee can't decide which one she wants to count for. 2, 3. And Phoenix getting a pin on the champion. So now, no matter what happens, moving forward, we will have a brand new champion. I keep saying Samantha, but we all know that's Stephanie. I know you guys are watching and you're like, Frankie Two Fingers, that's Stephanie. If you guys don't know who Frankie Two Fingers is, that is me, the announcer. I am Frankie Two Fingers. Oh, that move right there, but you can see Miss Rambo, blood running down her face, is like, I'm not having it. Then she gets a stop sign and tells Phoenix, stop! In the name of search and rescue before I break your skull. Phoenix, though, able to kick out. And one. Oh, that is another big shot right there. And you can see referee count broken up. 2, 3. And Vanessa, after one punch, puts down Phoenix. And Jane trying to sneak in, trying to catch Vanessa right and dirty. But I think Vanessa, with this blood running down her face, has brought on a completely new. And hopefully they fix that. You saw that's Jane's comeback type move. But somehow the other wrestler 100% of the time comes out on top. And look at this. The debut of Kelly Kidman. The brand new Kelly Kidman for the first time on network television here in season 7. Trying to do her thing. Now, she is not going to be shown any quarter either. What is going on, Herbie? Welcome to the show, brother. Herbie wrestling later tonight. Vanessa getting in there, finding the bat of Totes my goat. Shane taking it right on top of the scunion again. And just passing out scunion shots left and right. You get a scunion shot. You get a scunion shot. Everybody gets a scunion shot. We haven't even brought it up in this match, but again, we talk about what can or cannot happen. And one of the things that happens with Jane and with Heather D, both women, if they hit you with their finisher, immediately can get it back. And Vanessa not having it. And look, Vanessa's like, whoa, I know who that is. Went out to meet Repentia, saw Jane coming, and then look at that. Vet move right there. VetTix.com. Check it out. Jane, though, able to fight through. But now Repentia down in the ring. And you gotta wonder, like, how much gas could Vanessa have in the tank? Really kind of went all out there for a little bit. Now she's outside the ring. She's getting fired up. She sees the baseball bat shots coming. She tells Repentia to bring it, and that is what Repentia does. Rolls the leg. Look at the blood coming down the face. And somehow she is finding a way to stay in this match. Now putting a submission hold on to Repentia, wrapping the legs around, wrapping that forearm right around the larynx. Thank you, Search and Rescue. Thank you. I do know a couple big words. But Jane is like, whatevs. Whatevs. Let me show you what I know. And she knows how to play some pretty cool songs. You know what I mean? What is going on? JW, welcome to the stream. Repentia still trying to control the ring and doing a damn good job. You can see all the bloody handprints from Repentia on her outfit. That is from all the victims that she has bested. Jane accidentally saving Vanessa right there, and now the leader of the TWO women, Heather D, making her way down to the ring. Now, we go back. We see Vanessa came in at number 3. Jane came in at number 4. Those two ladies have got to be wore out. But look, Vanessa not having it, dropping Heather right on that stop sign. That stop sign all kinds of tore up. Good deal, good deal. JW will be making his debut in the next episode, which will be exciting. And Vanessa already getting that, and whoa! Almost like a version, it wasn't, but almost like a version of the bloody gumdrop. And leave it to that to be the thing that takes Repentia out. A high-flying, high-risk, high-reward bloody gumdrop type maneuver. It wasn't the bloody gumdrop, but it was a bloody gumdrop type maneuver. And I just like saying it. And here we go. Jade trying to get it in. Nonchalantly puts the pin on Vanessa too. And Vanessa, blood running down her face. Blood running all over the place. Looking like she's crazy. And still able to kick out of the last dance of Mary Jane. It's one more time to kill the pain. I feel Heather creeping in, and it's like she's going to roll up that leg again and in. And Heather gets the pin on Vanessa right there. Now we've got one more person left in the back. But Heather pins Vanessa. But what a great showing by Vanessa. You know, we were getting a little bit worried about could she or couldn't she. And this is the stuff we talk about. Jane hit the last dance of Mary Jane. Immediately has another last dance lined up. Because of the name, it doesn't make sense. But Heather D is the other one. She has got the H-bomb. And if she hits you with an H-bomb, she's got another one. So it's the things you've got to watch out for. What is going on? Prime time. Welcome to the stream, brother. And here we go. Monica Monroe, the 8th and final competitor. One of these 3 women is going to be your brand new Outlaw champion. Look at the state of that. Heather trying to get out of the way, but then unable to. Jade rolling the leg. Did the double team work? Absolutely did. And then there were 2. And Monica able to kick out. Now, we've seen it where Jane has gone after that nonchalant pin, and if it doesn't work after a time or 2, she will change it up and go after the big pin. But you know she likes putting on a show. You know she likes doing the thing. Oh! Right on top of the stop sign. Now the stop sign goes on top of the head, but Monica gets out of the way, says no thank you. And now gets Jane, grabbing the arms, and what goes up goes right into the mat. What is this? Owies. Owies, that's what that was. It looked so nice. It was like so soft, like so so caring. And then all of a sudden, bam, 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 bam. Lulled you to sleep with the, hey, I'm just checking on you, making sure everything's okay. And then Monica doing what Monica does. Showing that she's not. Now remember, most people, that scratching wouldn't really matter. But Monica having on those claw gloves, the scratching absolutely matters. And you can see the marks that she left on Jane's face from the scratching. Jane now trying to take advantage right here, trying to do what she needs to do to become the next Outlaw champion. And right, thought it was going to go on to one of the things. It doesn't, too. And somehow Jane kicking out into quite a few things. It has been quite the episode. Prime time. And now Monica with the guitar, but Jane says that she's the only music writer in this ring right now. And that is the finisher, right on top of the table, right on top of the guitar, and Monica becomes the brand new TCW Women's Outlaw Champion.
Here is your winner, and new Pro Wrestling Women's Extreme Fighting Champion,
did something pretty cool with Monica. But we'll have to actually talk to Monica before we ever use it. But it's pretty interesting. Pretty cool. I wondered if it was possible. Turns out it is pretty dang possible to do it. So very, very interesting. But we look at the last two matches, both of them getting the 5 stars right there. Now moving on to match 6. And you're probably like, Frank, why aren't we using the next button? Well, it doesn't work quite the way we want it to right now. So, trying to verify. See, entrance is off. Whoopsie. Doesn't say it. It won't say it, so I can't just go through and do it. But entrance is on. So, the brand new looking face scan of Shyanne going up against Bobbi Hart. Now, we have seen Bobbi Hart falter a little bit. We've also seen Bobbi Hart step up to the plate, step up to the mic, and do some crazy stuff. So, going up against one of the best to ever do it in Shyanne. Can she hold her own here in the ring tonight? Can she find a way to get a win? She's got a lot of people backing her up in her corner. Will that matter?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, accompanied by the Crusher, Kyle E. Watson, representing the NWO from Jefferson City, Missouri, Shy Girl Davis.
So Cheyenne Davis was at one point the longest reigning Women's Universal Champion, holds the record for most title defenses. Starting to wonder if she's going to get back into that scene. We have seen right now the TWO and Melinda holding the world title. Before it was Aussie. We thought maybe she would go after it. Kind of did, but not really. Really where it looks like her heart lies is in that Universal Women's title division. So might start seeing a lot more of her going after the Women's Universal Champion.
And her opponent from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, Bobbi Hart.
Seeing the manager coming down, Mr. Love himself, coming down to the ring with the Hart sisters, with the Hart Foundation. We can see the Harts holding the tag team title belts. The TWC Junior Intercontinental Tag Team title belts. Bobbi trying to get the momentum rolling on her side, trying to bring home another title to the Hart Foundation. No title belt on the line here tonight, but a huge match, a huge step in a direction if she can find a way to come out with the win here tonight and beat Shyanne. And getting off to a quick start right there. You see Bobbi's got the size on Shyanne, but that is not atypical of what goes on in a typical Shyanne match. Shyanne typically giving up size to other wrestlers, but that does not stop her from doing what she has to do. And two, when you start looking at her size, but so different, like even in the size, that she is still a very, very powerful wrestler, and she can end your night in 3 moves. That is the thing that makes Shyanne so tough to fight. She has got this sequence of moves, and if she hits those moves, you can call whoever you want. You can call your mama. You can call your sisters, brothers, uncles, former cousins, roommates, dogs. Dog watcher. It ain't gonna matter. It will be all over but the crying if you so choose. But here we go. Bobbi Hart getting back in control. And this is the thing that Shyanne is not going to want to see, because still, at the end of the day, Bobbi Hart's still a powerful wrestler in her own right. And if you let her just run roughshod, it'll be a very short match. Kylie playing up to the TWO tactics. Finally, the referee catching on to it, seeing what is going on, and trying to get it back on there. Shyanne now starting to come back. 1 clothesline, 2 clotheslines, catches the foot, riding dirty. And remember, just like Blackheart, she needs a little bit of space. Just a little bit of space to get things going. And right there, you think that Bobbi Hart is in control.
Here is your winner, Shy Girl Davis.
And Shyanne ends her night in 2 moves. And this is the thing, to be fair, that there is no way Bobbi Hart wanted to happen. But the next step, the very next thing that would have happened, would have been Shyanne hitting her with the 8-second ride, and it would have been all over from there. So, lots of stuff going on leading up to the main event, but right now we haven't really seen Savage and Totes hooking it up. And you want to talk about not just hooking it up, but they are fixing to do it. Go against one of the hottest tag teams in the TCW right now, and that is American Alpha 2. Can Savage and Totes do well as a tag team? They're very good in the singles division. We have seen Totes actually struggle inside tag team action a little bit, and we've seen them thrive. So, which way will this one go? We won't have to wait long to find out.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 449 pounds, Grady and Cowboy Herbie, American Alpha.
And you can see that tattoo right on Grady's arm, American Alpha Reborn. Again, used to have a tag team partner named Simba, and those two guys lit up the tag team division. Simba then moving on, and going on to do other things outside of wrestling. And then finally, after Grady bounces around a little bit, after Herbie's bouncing around a little bit, Herbie really trying to get into the Horsemen, and I mean for a few seasons, something happens. They end up joining the Bikers. When we went through the World Tournament, though, Faction Wars.
At a combined weight of 529 pounds, the Universal $1 Million Champions, the Reaper Fingers, and Jay the Savage, the NWO.
But ends up going through the things and then coming together to reform American Alpha 2. And ever since they've done that, both men seeing a lot of success, winning a lot of tag team gold, getting a shot here tonight. How are they going to do against the Universal $1 Million Champion, a Universal Grand Slam Champion, and Jay Savage that has had his share of titles as well? Now you see the all-new look from Savage. So lots of things going on. Savage going to start him out here tonight against Herbie. Herbie right now in the comments section, going right after Savage, doing something that's near and dear to his heart, and doing it right across his heart. Hitting him with the slaps right to the chest, almost looking like some Mongolian chops, but turning around, doing some stuff, and that's fired Savage up. Savage is like, let's get some of this. And back and forth these two guys go. This is almost like, when we look at it, almost like a dark version of Jay Savage. Has those butterfly tattoos, of course, making the tripletta, the triple butterfly, famous, and making him famous right now all across his body, letting you know that that triple butterfly, it's on its way. It could happen at any time. Again, getting the tag in one more time. Showing that the tag is good. And gets over there. Totes kind of watching on. He's like, hey, I got a good thing. But you know, the two of these guys talk. So Savage probably like, hey, let it go, let it go. Totes letting it go, staying in position, ready for when Savage bringing the tag. That is exactly what he does. And now these guys getting ready to turn the tables right here on Herbie. Can Herbie stop them from turning the tables? And look at that. Karate chop Daniel's son right to the top of the old melon. Whips him right back in. And Jay Savage getting ready to take flight like a butterfly, but stinging like a bee. Now back in control, and look, these two guys letting you know that, yeah, maybe they haven't tagged up a whole bunch, but certainly no strangers to how the tag team division work. And that's one of the things that could kind of lull you to sleep about Jay Savage. You look at Jay Savage and you're like, oh, he's a bigger guy, oh, he's this, oh, he's that. But Jay Savage having that luchador training back when he first started out, so you still see some remnants of that. Maybe not flying as far, maybe not flying as high, but you still see some of the maneuvers, some of the arm drags, some of the ankle picks, some of the things of that nature. That is a strong part of his repertoire. And look at this, almost like a guy stalking his prey, but getting the tag in. Grady waiting on it, waiting for Totes. Totes ducks nothing. And Grady waiting on Totes, back in control of the match right there. I think Totes expected him to swing. Then when he didn't do it, Grady kind of stepped back right there. Now Totes trying to get back in control. Totes trying to take it to Grady right now. And trying to give his tag team partner a little bit of a breather. Savage seeing probably 99% of the action up to this point. And now Totes trying to stay in control of the match. But look, and this is the thing with Totes. Like, we say it an awful lot in most tag team matches. Totes gets in and gets out. He's in, he's out. You tagged him in, you thought he was going to be in? No, he's out. Like, he gets in and out of the ring faster than anybody I've seen, and he does it on a consistent basis. Doesn't matter what number you want to put behind 2K. 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. He somehow acts the same the entire time. Jay Savage now, what is he setting up for? And gives him the old hi-ya. 1, 2. And you look at that move right there. Maybe you didn't think things were going down, but he caught him right up underneath the jaw. More technique than anything. And got a 2 count right there. What is this? TWO saying, like, yeah, maybe we don't tag up all the time, but look, we've got some moves. And now Totes setting up for the extraction, but Grady fighting through it. Totes says, get back in the corner. Nobody puts Grady in the corner except Totes. And I thought, I was just getting ready to say, look, we just talked about it. He's in, he's out, he's in, he's out. No, he's back in. Grady trying to get over to Herbie. Totes not allowing that to go downtown that way. And there it is. Caught him. Not in the hucklebuck, but hooked him up with an extraction. But Herbie there to save his tag team partner. Totes thought he was going to do something else, but instead just looks like he wants to humiliate Grady in the center of the ring. And this is the kind of stuff that you come to expect from the TWO, and certainly from the TWO's leader. Now whips him back in the corner, but Grady not having it. Totes says he's having it. And he is. He's having it right back in the corner. Savage looking on. Grady going up top. And he goes to take him down. Totes says, no thank you. Return to sender. Grady says, all right. And now whips Totes in the corner, and Totes getting the double team. What a series of back and forth right there. Every time you thought somebody was going to do something, somebody was doing something. Just not what you thought. Herbie now delivering a huge clothesline off of the ropes, and now setting up for it. Trying to end the match right here. Gets him up, grabs the leg. 1, 2. And Jay Savage able to kick out in 2. And I don't think Totes was going to be able to kick out. He might not have kicked out in 5. Grady now taking it up top. Huge elbow, and that might do it right there. No, Grady saying he needs more. Whips him back in the corner again. Another double team move coming in. What is going on? Wally, welcome to the show. Totes trying to get the emergency tag. He does, and I think if he doesn't do that, they absolutely lose the match right there. Can Jay Savage turn the match back around and get things going back their way? Right now, American Alpha running roughshod right through the ring. And Totes all of a sudden jumps back in the ring. I almost didn't think he knew where he was at. And this has been like the theme of this entire match. Every time you think one team's starting to get the advantage, the other team starts to turn it around. Now, there's only going to be so many more times that goes on. But another double team. And look, this happened so many times to Grady. I think they learned that move from Jay Savage and Totes. But Grady hitting it. Going all the way on the other side. Savage trying to come to. Comes to just in time, but not in enough time. And Grady trying to hook it up on the outside of the ring. Trying to hit him again. Now, no title belts are on the line. You could absolutely win the match without a pin. Without anything. But unable to do it right there. Gets back in the ring. Jumps out of the ring and restarts the count. That was almost the win right there, but now going after Totes. And look, I don't think, again, like we look at the teams, I don't think either one of these teams want to win it like that. And look at this, Jay Savage right back out, and this goes right back into what we talked about. I don't think either one of these teams want to win it like that. They have gone too long. They have come too far. Grady getting back on his feet. Savage on the ground. Herbie might have turned this match around for American Alpha 2. And now setting up for it inside the ring. Could this be it? Now goes, hooks both legs. But where's the referee? Referee over trying to put the turnbuckle pad back on. And that gives Savage enough time to catch his breath and kick back out. Now you look at these wrestlers' bodies, you can see the toll this match has taken on really all of the wrestlers involved, but you can really see a lot on Jay Savage. Jay Savage, though, trying to no-sell the move, but even though he gets back up to his feet, still dazed and trying to catch his breath, still trying to do the things, and this is their finishing move. The American Alpha now goes for the pin. Is this it? 1, 2, 3. And American Alpha 2 coming out on top of this match.
Here are your winners, Grady and Cowboy Herbie, American Alpha.
But you want to talk about a hard-fought match. You want to talk about some things that went down in a match. You can see all the wrestlers. You can see the kind of fight that these guys are in. But this is one of those things in a regular tag match, 4.5 stars. Are you kidding me right now? In a regular tag team match like this stuff goes down. And this should show you what makes American Alpha 2 so great. Like, they're fighting against some competitors that you would think, like, right off the bat, world champion, universal Grand Slam champion at one point, multi-time world champion, all the other championship belts. And you would think, yeah, even though American Alpha is great, blah, 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 maybe they don't belong in this match. Absolutely belonged in that match, and they proved exactly why right there. Now, tag team title belts on the line in this match. While there was no belts on the line in the last match, the actual TCW World Tag Team title belts on the line in this one. So Corporate Syndicate making their way down to the ring right now, getting a shot at the gold in the TCW. Recently, the Universal Tag Team title holders. Recently, Sentinel and Paul the Thing losing to the Hit Squad of the TWO. Losing the Tag Team Gold, and now the Corporate Syndicate smells the blood in the water. They know that the TCW tag team title belts newly put around the waist of TWO members are now putting them on the list, going after them, trying to get those belts back in the Corporate Syndicate's hands. So not sure where Totes' shirt went, but like just coming in off that last match, just coming in off of that, able to walk these guys down the aisle here while these belts are being put on the line. So he will be in the corner of the champions during this match. Does he get involved? He has been involved in some of the matches. Does he get involved in this one here? But we've seen a lot of this as of late where the TC or TWO have been coming down in force, very rarely coming down by themselves. We saw Matt Storm come down by himself in a non-title match, but titles on the line, the rest of the team is going to show up for the TWO.
The following contest is a tag challengers, at a combined weight of 405 pounds, the Cruiserweight Champions, Zack and the Snake v. Pierre the Syndicate. And their opponents, at a combined weight of 429 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Davis and Kempty. The NWO.
So we look at these title belts and absolutely on another level. This is another thing. We start looking at the men's tag team division. We see some, but we don't see as many larger tag teams. Right now, we're really starting to see some of the lighter weight guys, and they do very well against the larger groups. But we see Vipero and Zack Hamilton, both cruiserweights. We see Kempty Watson, a cruiserweight. Cecil Davis, a light heavyweight. But some of the lighter guys, yeah, we've got some guys out there that do whatever, but you see Grady and Herbie. That's a cruiserweight and one of our smaller heavyweights. So definitely seeing a lot more from that perspective. As time goes on, look at the state of this. Catches them in a big power bomb, but these guys going to show you too why they are the champs. Wait till Vipero sees the big tattoo on his back. I like it. Cecil tried to get after him, and then Cecil almost like dumbfounded by what Zack Hamilton was doing, but he just waits a little bit and then uses it to his advantage. Waits until he comes back down after the jumping all over the place little trick. And remember, the belts cannot change hands on a countout, so referee, only a 10 count in this match. You can win the match, but you will not win the title belts that way. So, oh, look at this. What a move right there. And now Cecil getting a turnaround. Are we going to see a double team move from them? Yes, we are. And yes, we can. Jumping up. Giving them a little wrist hockey move right there. A big jumping DDT. Zack Hamilton almost making it out of the ring. Kempty able to stop him right there and then whip him back into the corner. Zack trying to break the cycle of violence right there. Fights his way through and gets Vipero tagged into this match. So now both guys going after it, but Vipero able to stay on top of what is happening. Able to stay in control, and now it looks like he tried to get Zack back in there. Unable to do it, and Kempty again coming up. Hey, if you don't like it, I take it off, but I like it. What's that on your back? That's a viper. But if you don't like it, I take it off. It doesn't matter to me. Pretty cool picture, though. It's going on somebody's back. And look Kempty now fighting back through, trying to get in control. But is Vipero? No. Thought he was going to get it right there. But does not. Yeah, I saw it the other day and I was like, God, that just looks like a Vipero thing. Just looks like a Vipero thing. Cecil, I don't know if Cecil able to make it that distance, and you can see Cecil having some second thoughts about it himself. He's like, maybe I went the wrong way on that. So what's funny is I had it more opaque, and for some reason it's darker again. All of your tattoos are. All of your tattoos should be more opaque right now, but yeah, I thought the same thing. We definitely got to fix that. What's going on, JT? Welcome to the stream. And see, it's so weird. Like, Vipero should have came out on top of that. So I hope that is fixed in patch 0.109 as well. Cecil able to stop him, and it's like Cecil's tattoos aren't right either. They should be lighter than they are as well. The red on his arm shouldn't be that dark. Fun things the game does. Oh, and not many people gonna pull off that move right there. But somehow able to pull it off, whips him into the corner. Cecil trying to keep it going. And right there, sometimes, like, you would think Zack could tag him right there, just like do his thing. But Kempty pulling off that right in front. But look, now he's starting to take a look over there at Zack. So Zack able to stop him just long enough. And Vipero going for the snake bite right there. Kempty finds a way to avoid it once. Going for it again. Kempty finding a way to avoid it twice. And finally, Vipero's like, look, we got to get this thing slowed down a little bit. And Totes, for the first time ever, getting involved by trying to talk to Vipero. The only person he has ever done that to is a horseman, but now talking with Vipero. Vipero getting thrown out of the ring in an awkward way, probably thought he was just going after the first person he saw, but it turns out to be the wrong person. Kempty now trying to get him on the outside. Vipero, though, fighting through it. Can he get back in the ring and get Kempty back in the ring in a timely manner? So Cecil starting to talk trash to him, but Vipero back on the prize. Trying to make sure he can get his hands on those title belts. Get Zack tagged into the match. Cecil looking on, Totes looking on, Vipero looking on, and Zack delivering a huge clothesline. Kempty now trying to fight back through it as well. But these guys going back and forth, and all members of the TWO on the ground. To the ground now. Go ahead and get down on the ground now. And Totes, like, letting them know, not too happy about it. Cecil getting back on the thing. Kempty sneaking in the back door. Delivering a big DDT. Kempty trying to tell you about the NWO for some reason. Should be talking about the TWO. Yep, just be careful with the language, and I like it. And look at that, Pele coming downtown. Julie Brown. And again, in a different way, Cecil trying to get a hold, and now getting it caught on him. Has him in the constrictor, but Cecil able to fight out of it. But Vipero right there, and briefly just on an absolute another level. And still on that same level. Cecil trying to get it turned around. Thought he had it turned around, and he got constricted again. Will this be it? And it is. We have brand new TCW World Tag Team Champions.
World Tag Team Champions, the Snake V, Pierre, and Zack Hamilton,
The Syndicate back on top, holding World Tag Team Gold once again. You know, you're looking at that match and you're like, oh my gosh, it's going to go this way. And then for a while, you're like, no, I guess it's going to go that way. And then for a while, you're like, well, maybe no, it's going this way. And then it comes out the way it does. To get Cecil to tap out, not a normal thing. So hats off to the corporate syndicate winning tag team gold. Now, I may have just messed that one up, so we are probably going to quit, back out of the match real quick so that we can have the main event we are meant to have. Yep, not having it. So let's quit the match. Let's go ahead and L1 this real quick. Bam. And then right back into it. So we look at Witcher, who was holding the Universal Women's World title belt, holding it for quite some time. Actually, the one that beat Shyanne. And then you look at Melinda G going after beating Aussie. So it just kind of stands to reason that Witcher will be the one getting the shot at the world champion. Now, world title belt not on the line here tonight, but you just have a feeling it will be.
making her way to the ring from the Queen City, the Witch,
Tony Cox just letting you know right up front. We don't know how she manages it. You see it right there. No strings attached. Look, Mom, no hands. But somehow she manages to do this. So the Witcher, quite a fitting name. The constrictor is definitely for Vipero. That is no joke. But Witcher making her way down to the ring right now. Getting a shot at the current TCW Women's World Champion. Now, Witcher quite iconic in her own right. Trying to set the tone and let the world champion know that she is coming for that title belt. Freaky! Man, I don't know what was more scary, the lights being on or maybe the lights being off. You can see those silver eyes coming in through the glasses, those glowing glasses of Witcher. Quite the TCW entrance right there.
And her opponent, representing Massachusetts, the Women's World Champion, Indestructible Melissa Gutierrez.
Yeah, Diamond Santos, like, don't get me wrong, could be a force to be reckoned with. We will see. But the world champion making her way down to the ring. The women of the TWO led out by their leader, Heather D. And you can see the newly crowned women's television champion as of the first match of the evening, making her way down to the ring with them. And another winner here tonight in Shyanne Davis. Shyanne D, though, not having a title match here tonight, but winning her match as well. So here we go, off to a quick start already. And it's hard to say which way things will go in a match like this. And the reason I say that is we have seen Witcher come out and absolutely take a beating, come back and win the match. We have seen Melinda come out, take a beating, come back and win the match. We have seen both of these ladies come out, absolute domination in the beginning of the match and win the match. We have seen a back and forth match. So while some ladies have a style of match, or some wrestlers, I really should say, have a style of match, like it goes this way, just like some tag teams come out with their own kind of way to wrestle and way to do things, these two have proven that they don't care what it is like. They come out and they can win any style of match. They can win it any kind of way. They can be in a straight up brawl. They can be in something else. But they can find ways to win the match. And that is why both these women obviously winning multiple world titles. Melinda in her first title run right now. And they have been trying to show their wrestling prowess, that wrestling knowledge, the wrestling skill, the technical ability. And you would say Witcher probably the more technical wrestler. Melinda probably more of your brawler type. But that doesn't mean that Witcher doesn't brawl. When she first got started, that was kind of her style, then kind of refined as time went on. But Melinda right now pretty much gets up, gets in your face, does it pretty quickly, and then moves on. No title belts on the line here. I'm going to keep saying it because you can win the match by a countout. And it looks like Witcher kind of understands a couple things. Like she's got to use, especially with the size difference of Melinda, that she has got to find a way to use the entire ring. She is, for the first time ever, Witcher going to suck the energy out of Melinda. Melinda able to reverse it back around and not allow her to do it. And that could be a huge turning point in this match. Referee count up to 8. Is it going to be a double count out? And that is exactly what it is. And look, at the end of the day, I gotta believe Melinda's like, yeah, let's go ahead, end this right now. Make sure that we can live to fight another day, especially like if you haven't witnessed the sucking, like the energy sucking ability of Witcher, that has got to be a freaky thing. That has got to be one of those things where if you saw it, you're like, nope. And then to be in the ring with it and have it happen that way, definitely would not want to be a part of it at all. Like, I'm out. Frankie Two Fingers, out on it. Not having it. So let's check the news out real quick. Let's see what the news is saying. See if we've got any injuries. Maybe people returning from injuries. We see that, yeah, we won some of that. We won some of this. And it looks like it is all about the win. So we saw Zack Hamilton and Vipero winning the TCW Tag Team World Title belts. We saw Monica Monroe winning the TCW Special Series Women's Outlaw Championship, hardest belt to win in the game. Victoria Vandiver winning the TCW Women's Hardcore Championship belt. Might have freed Sid B to go up after that world title belt, and Misti Watson winning the TCW Women's Television title belt. It's kind of been a night of crowning new champions, reigning champions not having one of the best nights that we've ever seen. But guys, that is going to do it for us here tonight. Remember, drop the likes on the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time we go live, share the video. Yep, welcome to the stream, Brian. Yeah, getting back in the saddle. It's been a crazy busy couple of weeks doing some stuff here. We've had some things go on with the Discord that has taken up some more of the time. We have just had some things, guys. And that's why I tell you guys, like, never doubt this. Everything you guys do out there, everything that you've done, like, I really, really appreciate it. It means the world to me. And it allows me to do the things that we need to do to bring you guys more content. When you guys buy tickets, when you guys become members of the channel, that is the thing, the capital that allows us to move the channel forward. When you guys are subscribing to the channel and showing up in the comments, that's the things that allows us to do the stuff. When you guys are taking maybe some stuff off the Discord plate, helping us out, doing the things, making sure that thing is going forward. When you guys are moderating, all these things are a huge help. And then when it stops, like, that puts it back on my plate, because again, somebody's going to have to do it. So it puts it back on my plate, and we got to get going with that stuff again. So is what it is, but I just want you guys to realize, like, without a shadow of a doubt, really appreciate everything that you guys do for us. I really appreciate all the stuff. It does mean the world. It does allow us to do what we do, and it allows us to deliver more content. So again, we got the memberships. I've got content for the members. They know this. That go out to about, they get to see it about a month early. I've got it going out right now to about mid-May. Like, it's already created, it's on there, and it's scheduled to go out. Our shorts have been doing some crazy, crazy numbers here. The last 4 shorts, and I don't know, maybe we just saw another one that probably had already passed the 1,000 view mark. So 1,500 views, 1,300 views, 1,300 views. I think this one, by the time the next one drop, will be around there, 1,300 views as well. So that is going good with the shorts. We've got all that stuff. We got some of the numbers that are down, but our view numbers are way up. The subscriber numbers are staying steady. So still doing a lot of stuff. Ticket gate numbers are down, but it's how it goes. It's the nature of the beast sometimes. So I'm just really excited that we're doing the stuff that we're doing. I'm hoping that we can get back to at least putting out 2 shows a week. I'm trying to make more time again. Before, I didn't have a job. Like, I had walked away from that, and I was kind of doing this almost full time. But numbers are going to be down. We need to bring in money somehow. So back to working again, having a lot of fun doing it, and but it gives us less time for this. So that's kind of the things that are going on with that. But guys, again, when you're out and about in the world, when you're doing the things, when you see other people, just remember that maybe they need to be shown a little bit of grace. Maybe they need a little bit of help in their life, and maybe they're looking for somebody to show them the way. So don't just talk about doing it, be about doing it. And realize this is another one, and I don't really talk about this a whole bunch either. Everybody believes that being the good guy, like, especially if you watch TV, you think being the good guy would be like super easy, like it is in the movies. After the guy does a great job or the girl does a great job. They're the hero, and then everybody's happy because you did the right thing and everybody can see that you did the right thing, and that makes it okay. That's never how it goes. I know, I paused for dramatic effect, but that is never how it goes. It is a massive headache, and you will feel like you've been in a 95-round boxing match with Mike Tyson in his prime almost every time. It's not about just fixing the problem. There's people that'll still, they love ripping you down. So just realize that being the good guy isn't the easy thing to do. People think that making the decision to be the good one, that decision is the thing that is okay. Then everything's fine. I made the decision. It's done. Everybody gets it. No, they don't. You made the decision. That's probably the easiest thing to do. You acted out on that one decision, probably the easiest thing to do. And then you got to deal with the fallout. Not easy thing to do. So just understand there is fallout. Being the good guy is not easy. Being a douchebag, probably the easiest thing you can do in the world. Trying to hurt other people, probably the easiest thing to do in the world. Stealing from other people, probably the easiest thing to do in the world. Being the good one is not the easy thing, and it's not a one and done type of a thing. It's not like, oh, I made the choice and now, bam, everybody loves me, like the movies. It doesn't go down that way. So understand that being the good guy is hard. And I know most of you out there do it. You know what I mean? So you get it. But if that's the leaf that you're turning over, if that's the thing that now you're doing, if you're like, oh, I've got to right the wrong, just realize there's going to be fallout, and it's okay. You got to put everything in perspective. You got to get away probably from social media. Like, be the good guy, turn off social media. Problem solved. Now it can almost be like the movies. You know what I mean? So just realize there's more to being the good guy than just that. When you guys are out in the world, though, and you're doing the thing and people are being mean and they're not nice, remember, don't give them the power to affect your decisions. Like, you have your decisions, you make your decision, and then you can stick with it. Show them how to do it. You may not think it mattered, but I guarantee later on they're looking at it going, gosh, why did they do that? Why did they do the thing? Like, you know what I mean? So just do that. Enough of the lectures. I just feel it's very important. There's probably some people out there that need to hear that message. So do the things. But guys, from everybody here at the Totes My Goats Television Network, to all of you out there, this Frankie Two Fingers, we're going to sign off. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for everything you do. And we'll catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.